'92, we got the first opportunity to require some rhinos. We bought 6 rhinos from the Sabi Sand, and from that day onwards, I just fell in love with the animals and I got involved with rhinos on a permanent basis. They are really big, giant gentles. You know, each animal's got his own personality. You know, if you look at the rhino situation as it is now, you know, it's really become quite a bleak picture.
The epidemic of poaching is something we're very familiar with. We've been seeing this on our television and social media for many years. And for us as a business, we think it's important that we're putting up our hands, formulating an initiative to combat this threat on our wildlife species. So we were approached the early part of last year to come up with a solution for a particular sanctuary. So being an innovation business as we are, and part of our smarter, safer world vision that we have as a business, we looked at some of our technology, and one of the technologies that we have today is the Perimeter Defender. It's an analytic that we put into the cameras, in both the thermal cameras and the optical cameras.
So installation took place with solar panels pole on top of a pole that was about 4.5 meters high. We have an outside weather box that we've installed batteries, we've installed solar inverters, we've installed chargers in as well. The access camera, the Q1941 and 31s, they're actually pulling the power from off the batteries, which gets charged by the sun. We then have a wireless system in place that connects to a repeater at the base station, and all the information from the access cameras then are transferred wirelessly. So
one of the benefits with the early warning is to notify on-premise security personnel that there's a threat occurring at one of the perimeters. The second thing is to send that notification to an alarm monitoring company, who then can send out the appropriate personnel to deal with that breach of security. Now they have a visual, so they can see exactly who is climbing out of the van, how many people there are, what their weapons are, and they can approach the scene with intelligence.
At pitch black darkness at night, they are now able to actually detect if there are individuals or intruders approaching the first line of defense. So they are now able to spot and see heat signatures within the bush, or that's coming from behind a building or something like that, as soon as they enter the field of view of our cameras.
Somebody asked one day, well, it's so desperate what's happening. When do we stop? When do we give up? Because it doesn't look like it's going to be improving. And a friend was standing next to me and he said, well, when we die, we stop. For me, it's emotionally, I can't distance myself from what's happening. I can't look at what people do to these animals, and I have to do this. I have no choice. Can't stop. You can't turn your back on them, because who are their custodians? Who will look after them? And that falls on us.